All right, everybody, welcome back. My next guest captured national attention when he was exonerated for a crime he did not commit. Well, now he's on a journey to justice to help others. Check out his story.
I love being a lawyer, fighting for those who can't fight for themselves.
At first glance, Jared Adams has it all. A beautiful wife and a successful career as an award-winning attorney for his work with the Wisconsin Innocence Project.
It has been a long journey to get here, and I am truly blessed to be able to do this work.
But Jared's life was almost over just as it was beginning. At the tender age of 17, Jared was sentenced to 28 years in a maximum security prison for a crime he did not commit.
You know, all of the things that you think about, darkness, despair, all of those negative words, all in one place. I was broken and I was robbed of my entire youth.
With the support of his family, Jared spent his days in the prison library studying the law.
After countless hours of research, I wrote a letter to the Wisconsin Innocence Project. And with their help, the court unanimously overturned my conviction.
Using the injustice he endured as inspiration, Jared became an advocate for people who are underserved like he once was.
I went to college, graduated law school, and eventually opened up my own law practice.
And today, the defendant is now the defender.
I'm proud to say that I am an exoneree who is helping to fight in the innocence movement. So far, I've assisted in the exoneration of 2 men, and as you can see, that puts a big smile on my face.
Please welcome Jared Adams. Welcome to the show, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Okay, this is like really an unbelievable story. First of all, how does it feel to go from defendant to defender?
I'm extremely blessed, Steve, like serious. I know it's a word that we use oftentimes, but I'm not a lucky man. I believe that I went through what I went through for a reason. And so I am using all of my experiences in life to help those who need help.
What was the crime that you were charged with?
I was falsely accused of a rape, and I'm raised by women, my mother, my grandmother, my aunts, and that was one of the most horrible times of my life to listen to be depicted like that while they're in the courtroom.
Really?
Absolutely.
Man. So what were you doing, man? You're sitting there, you're a 17-year-old kid, you go into a maximum security prison. What's that like for you?
I mean, it just didn't feel real. I can't tell you a story of me being in the streets, I'm a gang making turmoil. Like, that wasn't my story. So the fact that I did end up in a maximum security prison with 28 years, it was a shock to my senses. I was supposed to be going off and attending college in the fall. Although I sit here now as an attorney, the tentacles of that wrongful conviction will reach me for the rest of my life.
Wow. What do you think is the greatest issue in our justice system today?
It's the same thing at which it was missing when it was started, and that's equality. There are 2 justice systems. There is a justice system for those who can afford it, and there's a justice system for those who are, in my opinion, they are bullied and they are taken advantage of because they don't have resources and they are underserved.
How do we fix this, man? What's the fix?
Well, whenever you have an issue that is huge in scale, there's no one way. But I'll just use this as an example. We right now are dealing with mass incarceration as a result of what was dubbed the war on drugs.
Yeah.
You know what we need now? We need a war on education. We need a war on reentry. We need a war on resources. I want to see that.
You're currently in the process of trying to exonerate 2 more men. Tell us about the case.
So I have a case in Waverly, Virginia, and it's the case of Ferron Claiborne and Terrence Richardson. They were accused of a murder that they did not commit. I have sat with this case.
You're sure of this?
I'm positive of this, Steve. I've sat with this case, and whenever I get cases in my office, I sit with them for about 4 or 5 months. If you can't convince me, I can't go and convince the courts. And so right now what I'm doing is I am actually working on a documentary to show people how hard it is just to challenge these convictions and also the toll that it takes on the person that isn't mentioned much, and that's the family.
Man, to sit up there 10 years of your life. And here was crazy to me. When they free you, they got nothing for you. Hey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. But there's got to be some type of restitution when you take this much of a person's life.
Yeah.
It's just nothing.
Nothing.
I'm sorry. You out now. Thank you for coming and sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
But more than that, man, I really, really appreciate the person you've become.
Thank you.
It's a shame that you had to go through what you went through, but that's also a lesson for people. What you're going through is the process. Where you're gonna end up is the result of the process. But you gotta go through the process. You're a special brother, man. I really appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank you for giving me this time.
Thank you so much.